Midnight Muses back here again. I'm doing my old setup today just because it is very early. I woke up early today and the sun is super bright, and I do remember the last time that I tried to film with my ring light over in my other corner that it wasn't very good because they kept trying to mesh. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use the bright sunlight today. I'm not doing anything crazy today. I just got a new eyeliner to try. It's an e.l.f. liner. I got 2 of them. I'm just going to try one at a time. The next time I do a makeup video, then I'll use it. Or even if I don't do a makeup video, I'll make sure that I've used that eyeliner before I start talking and tell you how I feel about it. Mainly because I had that other one that I got in, I think it was my BoxyCharm, that or Ipsy, whatever. It was that one that I kept calling Douche, but I think is actually called Deuce. It was so good. Like, I used like the first 2 times, it was super black. It went on a little bit thicker than I'd liked, but like it was a very clean line. It was very black. I really liked it. And that was like the 2 videos that I had black liner, and I had that one on. And then when I went to use it again, it was dry. And so I used it 4 times in total before I had to throw it in the garbage. And the last time I used it, I couldn't even get like an outline of a wing on. So I'm down to like no liquid liner at all. I really can't find even my gel pot from Pretty Vulgar, which is driving me nuts because I've been like organizing and putting away all of my makeup and like finding homes and making sure that, you know, like everything is put away. And somehow in all of that chaos and cleaning, and now that I can find everything that I need all the time, I still can't find that eyeliner. I've been going through, it's been driving me nuts. But anyways, I'm just going to put on a basic face, try out this eyeliner, maybe chat a little bit. Well, chat a lot. All I ever do is chat. I'm also going back to my Nude by Nature foundation. I found some tricks with it. One, it's a very good blending foundation, so I mix it with my Too Faced, which is the Born This Way foundation, which I really love. But if I'm doing a more natural face, because this is very pale, I'm not gonna be wrong, I am like stupid pale. This does blend into my skin. But because my skin is, as you can see, my skin is very red. So when you remove the red, it's super ghost. I find that if I blend it with this, which is still pale, but slightly darker than what I am right now. And it does, what's it called when the oxygen hits it? It gets darker, over time. So it kind of makes this one just a little bit more darker, so it looks more like what my skin does when it has a little bit of redness, but without actually being red. It makes it pretty, is basically. And if you blend this with a thicker foundation, it makes for a nice consistency. And then also I've been using the IT Cosmetics foundation brush, and that applies it really well. It takes a second to like blend out, so it's like super smooth, because this loves to be ultra streaky, but it looks really nice once you just take a second with it. And also, using that combination, I do find that I can use whatever primer I want to. So today I'm just going to use the NYX Born to Glow foundation, or not foundation, Born to Glow primer, because we all know that I love a super glowy primer whenever I can. I am just applying it with an extra Luxie foundation brush, just because, I don't know, I feel like it. Do I have to have a reason? But yeah, so sorry I didn't end up doing a video on Thursday or Friday. I was supposed to, well, not supposed to, I did help out a friend, but plans got moved and mixed up and took longer and yet shorter than they were supposed to, and it was all kind of all over the place. I had my friend's birthday party on Saturday and another friend's actual birthday on Saturday. Though I only managed to see the one friend whose party it was. I did text, not text, I text or called. I think I called my other friend. I hate texting people, to make sure that she knew that I was thinking about her, and hopefully I will hear from her soon. If not, I'll just keep trying until she answers. But that's how all of me and my friends are. We tend to keep off, like, ignore people for random bouts of time for, well, I don't want to say for no reason. It's just, there's always a reason, but usually it's personal reason, and I'm not one to like dig into that. It's if someone's hiding away from social media or from text messages, it's like, okay, whatever, give them their time, because I know that with my friends we'll always pop back up and be like, hey, sorry I disappeared. And I'm very guilty of that, like, especially even like I've been making all these videos, I've been kind of strict at trying to like keep a relative schedule to what I'm doing, but I haven't really been talking to like my friends and family in person very much. So last week I really like made a point to be like, okay, I've been, you know, good at making YouTube videos, but I haven't been good at talking to the people in my life because I've just been so emotional with losing my friend and other stuff that's been going on in my life. I've been getting my migraines, which I don't know if I've ever talked about on this channel because well, not never. I used to get them really bad like 10 years ago. I have an issue in my head. But they did kind of go away after about 5 years or so, and then now they are all of a sudden coming back, and I'm trying to figure out what's causing them. And my boyfriend's really sweet, and he's like, keeps telling me to go to the doctor, but I can't go to the doctor because I don't have one again. Because I've been with the same doctor's office now for a while. It's kind of a weird story. I was with them like from the time that I was like a little girl to like, I don't know, I think it was like my early 20s. And we stopped going because it got to the point where it's like, hey, I have a cold. I need to like come see a doctor to like confirm that I'm sick and that I need to miss a day of work and get a doctor's. And they're like, oh yeah, no problem. So we'll see you in 6 months. And it's like, well, 6 months isn't going to help me when my boss needs a note. And I'm not exaggerating, like it actually was that bad. So we switched offices, whatever, and I jumped around trying to find a doctor that would actually treat me and not just be like, oh, you have mental health problems? We're taking you off all of your other medication. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You have depression. That's all that's wrong with you, which is crazy. And again, sounds like I'm joking. I'm really not joking. I legitimately have had more than one doctor take me off like my acid reflux medication because I have depression. Like, people are crazy, but you know. And through all of this, I ended up back at the original office because they'd done a lot of like renovations. They changed the place. It got a lot of new people, still like the old like secretaries and stuff, which I actually really appreciated because I really liked them and they all remembered me from when I was a kid, which was really cool, and things were going a lot quicker. But for some reason, my doctor just does not want to stay working there. So this will now be the 5th doctor that I'm going to have. I don't have them yet. I was supposed to have an appointment actually this week where I was going to talk about my migraines, and they called me at the beginning of last week to be like, hey, by the way, your doctor is no longer with us. I don't know what they said, like she resigned or something. And there is no one that can see you until we hire a new one. We'll call you once we do so, but for now your appointment's just canceled and sorry. And I was like, that's cool. And so it's getting kind of frustrating because it's hard to know where to go from this point, because I will say the best treatment that I have gotten has been from doctors at this doctor's office. But at the same time, it's very difficult when almost every appointment that you have with your doctor is a brand new doctor, and so you have to go through your history and go through everything and whatnot. And like this appointment that I was supposed to have was supposed to be a follow-up where we actually like, okay, what do you need help with now? And you know, I was going to talk about my migraines, and I can't do that because, well, she's not there anymore. And I really don't know what to do at this point. I need to see somebody. I need to get treatment, but I don't know. It's very frustrating, and you know, you're trying to take care of yourself and you're trying to help yourself, and you can't even do it because there's no one to see you, no one to treat you. It's very, very frustrating. I had another one last night. I got it while I was at Walmart doing groceries with Sean, and it was really frustrating because we were supposed to get groceries, and then I was going to drive him home to Toronto, hang out with him for a little bit, and then come home. And it got so bad in the middle of shopping that besides having to like stop mid-shop to go and get some meds and get a drink to have the pills with, it was like I couldn't even drive home. I threw up a tiny bit in the electronics aisle, not just into my hand, not onto the actual floor or anything, which really is just as gross anyway. And yeah, I had to get my mom to get dropped off at Walmart so she could drive us in my car home. because I couldn't even see properly and I was in so much pain. I was trying to not scream and cry because it hurt so bad. The pharmacist was like, should we be like calling an ambulance for you because you're looking like really like scary bad? And it's like, yeah, no, I'm totally gonna be fine. And it's sucks, you know, because you don't want to make a scene. So I was literally hiding in like the backs of aisles, and like if somebody like would walk around to like look at a movie or like look at a clothes rack, I can be like, oh, I need to go and hide off over here now so that no one like can find me until my mom gets here and I can leave. So that was a super not fun experience. And of course, anytime that I get really sick like that, it scares Sean because he can't do anything to help, and he's a good guy and he always wants to help me. And I told him, like, sometimes you just can't. Also, I hope this looks good. I'm not even using my mirror. I'm literally just looking at my phone to see if it turns out. And then I always check in the mirror after, and I was like, oh, it's either like, oh, that turned out pretty good actually, that's not bad. Or other times it's like, oh, that is a streaky, horrifying mess, but we'll see. One thing I've learned, I love doing the bronzer on my nose, but for some reason, just right now, anytime I put bronzer on my nose, it immediately takes off my foundation, and then I gotta like do like super powder foundation just there, and my powder foundation doesn't match my other foundation because I don't have a winter powder foundation right now, and then I have a dark nose. It's not a good scene. So I'm just not contouring the big honker at all right now. It's just gonna stay as this big round thing in my face. It's cool. So I'm really loving this. I think it's funny that when I first tried it, which thankfully was not on camera, I did not have my contacts on. I was using my glasses, but I just had like my glasses like thrown over my bed so I could just do my face makeup quickly and go. And I definitely 100% thought that this was a bronzer blush highlight palette. I don't know what made me think that. I just did. And ended up having a very, very pink face. So that was quite not fun again, but also kind of funny because that would be something that I would do. It's like, oh, I just want to get my face on quickly. I'm just going to throw my glasses aside and not look at anything and just throw it on when I can't see anything. You know, it's fine. I was able to fix it. It looked okay. So, you know, it's cool. I'm just going to do a really, really light dusting of my Ofra highlight because it is too dark for me right now. Like when it hits the light, it looks fine, but like it does get very like kind of like, oh no, I did a lot of casting. If I do like more than like the lightest hand, it will get that like dark shadow. So, but if I just do a little bit, and as I said, I'm not doing like a very like crazy day. I'm literally staying at home. Just want to make sure that like my head is kind of working normally again today. I am still very noise sensitive. I find that if people are talking, like I'm talking, and that's fine. Like voices are okay as long as they're not like super loud, but voices are okay. But and so I thought, okay, I'm fine, because I was watching a little bit of YouTube and that was all fine. Go downstairs and I'm just gonna use a little bit of my Zodiac, just basic palette. Go downstairs and my mom was just like stirring her oatmeal, and I could hear every time the spoon touched like the bottom of the bowl, it was like, oh my god, like this horrible feeling in my skull. So I was like, okay. So I'm definitely still noise sensitive today, so take some Motrin and kind of like maybe stay upstairs and keep kind of quiet. And I ended up not washing my brushes last week because I was quite busy, so I think that I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning today. Nothing crazy, nothing that's like super noisy, so like, but like washing the brushes where it's like the sound of the water, that's totally fine. I can do that. And I have some other bathroom stuff that I can clean. I think what I'd probably stay away from today is anything that'll involve a lot of like throw out, because like crinkling of paper and or of garbage bags, that's not a good sound for me right now. But who knows, maybe if the Motrin kicks in, I'll get to that later. But for now, I have enough stuff that I can like organize and put away and move around that I shouldn't have to really worry about that too much. And I am going with a really, really simple eye look today, because as I said, today is really just about testing out the eyeliner to see how it looks. So I don't want to have like too much on the eyes that you like can't really see it as well. So I'm really gonna go pretty simple. Just do my transition, a slightly darker crease color, and then probably just a little bit of a shimmer as I like to. So there's just a little bit of something going on, but I am gonna go do more of a neutral shimmer. So I don't know if I'll do like Leo or Gemini in here, like this guy or this guy over here. The Leo one looks so like peach and very orange, but it's actually very, very gold. I don't know why it looks so much like that. It's very weird, but whatever. I love this palette, and I love that I've literally used it every single day since I got it. I got it for my birthday in August, and I have not hit pan on anything, and especially these two colors, which doesn't matter what palette I'm using or where, these are the two colors that I use for absolutely everything. And yeah, I haven't even reached pan on those because it's just like the tiniest bit of these goes so far and looks so nice. And yeah, I'm just gonna use the Leo color because, you know, I am a Leo, and it's also a little bit more of like, it has orange in it, but it also has a lot of like that yellow gold in it. And because I'm wearing a yellow shirt today, I figure do the more yellow color, because the other one is a very like gold, like a very like almost like Gemini's more of like a bronzy gold. So this has more of that like true yellow, which I think will look better with the shirt. So that's my whole, I should do a little highlight. Hang on, let me get a little highlight color. I'm just gonna use the Magic palette, more ColourPop, and I don't even know why I showed that. You couldn't see anything, but I'm just gonna use this shade in here. It looks white, but it's actually a very duochrome champagne gold. And just do my usual little highlight. I don't need a mirror for that. It's not doing anything crazy. All right, time to try out the e.l.f. liner. It's just a basic black liner. Yes, it's black on it. It's very skinny little pen liner just to see how it works. As I said, I got two of them. I got one that's more of the like in a pot liquid liners, which I do kind of hate. I much prefer the pens, but as I said, at this point I'm quite desperate, so it's like just, and they were $3, so it was something that I could afford to get two of to see how they worked. So far this is working just fine though. It's very stiff, which isn't the best, but it is super black, so it's not the end of the world either. Not bad. It went on really, really black. I mean, I don't have a actual real glitter on my eye today. It is just shimmer, but it is still more than just matte tone, so it does have a little something to go over, and it's not picking up the shadow at all. It is going on very, very smoothly, so I'm quite happy with that. I don't know why I slouch so bad whenever I put on eyeliner, but I like sink into myself. I'm sorry if I'm like, if you can't see this. I know that the sun is really hitting me right now in this position. I'm sorry. Ugh. Need to get it. Okay, not the most even wings today, but as I said, I am not going anywhere, so I'm not super concerned. Alright. Yeah, not bad. They're not even. This one's going straight out. That one's going up. It's a good thing I'm staying home today. I'll see if I can fix it a little bit. Slightly better. I'll leave it like that for now. The only thing that I'm concerned about is this one is reminding me a lot of that other one that I just had that I really liked, so I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's super, super great. I mean, obviously your first try, you can't really do that anyway. Just good for a first try. I really hope that it doesn't dry up after literally 2 uses, because that would suck a lot. So yeah, but we'll see. And I mean, yeah, $3 isn't expensive, but even at $3, I need it to last for more than a week. Like, that's the thing, is like with my Kat Von D liner, yeah, that thing is like 25 bucks, but I could use it for like 6 months. And I don't even understand, because I know that everyone recently all over YouTube, they've had the whole ripping them open and realizing that there's not a lot of product in there. But obviously the product is like super inky or something, because it lasts for a really, really long time. Because that's like my one thing is, even if I'm not putting on foundation or anything, I'll usually have eyeliner, mascara, eyebrows, and lipstick and run out the door. But always a thick black liquid line, so I don't know. So I need something that I can, you know, replace that with. I still have a little bit of eyelash glue on my eyelids, because I did lashes for my friend's birthday, because she's a fellow makeup artist. At one point, we are going to have a little kind of collaboration on my YouTube here. Well, not a kind of collaboration. She doesn't have her own channel or anything, but we are both makeup artists, and I thought it'd be really cool to have her on my channel. She won't come on here and put on her makeup because she's a little bit more self-conscious than I am about like being in public without makeup on, or even just on video without makeup on. So, and I told her, I'm like, I would never, like, if that makes you uncomfortable, then that's totally fine. Like, don't worry about it. But I thought I would have her on here, and like we could talk about like how we met and like what we each do in the industry. I mean, obviously I'm not working right now because I'm on disability. I've been in the hospital, you know, I've talked about that a lot, but that is how we met, is by the fact that we're both, you know, good with the whole makeup thing. So talk about what she does, what I do, because we are very different makeup artists. I'm more like creative special effects, and she is very strictly beauty. I think she has had one special effects job, but that's not her field. And also we're very different in that I trained myself, but I have also been to school to study makeup as well. Whereas she's all self-taught. She's never been to any training. So we're very, very different in that sense as well. And I thought that it would be cool to have her on here where we could have a talk about like what we specialize in and like how we do things. We apply makeup so differently and at different speeds too. It's very interesting because I've done a lot of jobs where I've had to do a lot of people in a short amount of time. So I apply makeup very, very quickly compared to her. So it's very interesting in that sense as well. And a lot of people will say, well, oh, that's because you're trained. And it's like, well, no, I don't think so. I think part of it too is that I've been doing makeup since a very young age. And I've been doing makeup like that since a very young age. And I think that has a lot more to do with it than anything else. My eyebrows aren't perfect. This one's always a little wonky, but I kind of like it a little bit wonky, so I'm going to leave it like that. As I said, I'm really not fussing around today. I'm just going to throw on a lipstick, and then I'm done. My hair is looking very weird being thrown up like this right now, but it's okay. I'm just going to throw on a little red lip. I'm still using the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lips. I still really love them. My opinion has not changed at all. And I had this on yesterday, so I'm gonna throw it back on. Yeah. Usually I would throw on a second layer of this one, but I think I kind of like it with just the one layer. It doesn't look the same on camera as in person. In person it looks like just a tiny bit sheer, and I'm kind of liking that. So I'm going to throw on my setting spray, which I never do on camera, but I do use it like literally every time I do my makeup. I don't use a crazy amount. just a few spritz because I can't afford to replace this anytime soon. But it's still just the Too Faced Hangover RX. I love that stuff very much. But yeah, so today is just going to be literally a clean my makeup brushes, do some tidying up, have some more coffee, maybe do some painting, make sure that I'm good with my Motrin and that I take care of my head and my health, and that everything gets back on track in that sense. And I will be back later in the week with another video. I am getting a BoxyCharm this month, but I don't think that should be it until next week. But I keep saying that I want to do a story time, and then things just have been happening and throwing me for quite the loop. So maybe this time around, I'm not going to say for sure, because I know last time I said for sure, and then as I said, you know, my friend passed, like, it's just, you know, like, I needed a break, and I still am heavily grieving, but, maybe I'll try and do a story time for the end of this week. It just depends on how the week goes. It depends on how my head goes. If my migraines continue, then it's going to be difficult. I remember, the last time when I had them was, like, I've been getting them pretty frequently, but it seems that when I get them, it's like a spurt of like 2 or 3 days where it's like I get them back to back. So we have to watch, and I have to watch. And I have been getting to the habit of shooting later into the day now. I'm not usually up in the morning, so I'll see how it goes, but I will definitely have something out. I just don't know what yet. But anyways, thank you as usual for watching, and I will let you know how this e.l.f. eyeliner continues to work. And yeah, hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit like, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe. All right, bye.